We obviously have to start off this week by talking about the Supreme Court's devastating decision in the Dobbs versus Jackson Women's Health case, overturning Roe versus Wade and the right to an abortion. And it seems like everyone has an opinion on what this means for November. The problem is that the hotter the issue, the hotter the takes. And there's no hotter issue or more important issue than this one right now. A lot of people want to believe that this ruling will motivate Democratic voters, but we really need to wait until we have some hard data in hand before making any assessments. We need to see more polling. We need to see the results of more special elections. And also, even once we do see more data, we also have to remember that as scalding as this feels right now, things may feel different in November. Voters may feel different 4 months from now. And while the Supreme Court's decision may be motivating to some folks, I know a lot of others who are feeling really dejected right now, especially because of the response of the White House and congressional Democrats, which has really been quite supine. The White House has said no to expanding the court, no to pushing curtailing the filibuster, no to setting up abortion clinics on federal lands. In fact, it really seems like there's very little the White House has said that it is willing to do. And they don't actually have to do any of these things right now, but they do have to say that they're considering everything, that nothing is off the table, that they're not ruling anything out. But instead, we have people like Health Secretary Sarah, who said, we're not interested in going rogue. Really, to call a plan to put abortion clinics on federal lands, which is backed by Elizabeth Warren, going rogue is just wildly off base to me. One thing that a lot of folks have said, it feels like we're just being told to vote harder when we already did vote harder. We did that in 2020 and we elected Democrats into office. Now, we're, of course, extremely mindful of the limitations on Democratic power due to the structure of the Senate, due to obstinate voices in the Senate. But it was New York Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez who offered the greatest clarity. And I would like to quote two tweets of hers in a longer thread. Here's what she said. For the moments when we do insist on elections, we must be precise with what we need and what we will do with that power. How many seats does the party need to codify Roe? Dems must say that, not just go vote or give us $6 to win. That is demoralizing, losing, unfocused nonsense. And she went on, Dem leaders must tell voters the plan. What's the actual need? Which specific seats are we focused on? What votes do we need and where? What states and races? And what's the return? What is Biden/Congress actually willing and able to do at 52 or 60 seats? Be honest, details motivate. And I couldn't agree more with that. Details motivate. We have been doing exactly this at Daily Kos. We have said for the longest time that we need a Senate majority that is Manchin and cinema proof. In other words, a Senate majority of at least 52 Democrats, giving us 50 who will support curtailing the filibuster. And we've laid out a path to get there. Democratic leaders need to do the same thing. They don't need to trash talk Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema like we do every day of the week, but they need to inspire folks by showing that there is a real plan here. What's going to happen come January? What will be different? What will you do if we, in fact, do vote harder? Tell us and we'll do it. But you have to tell us.